Here we are at the Ann Arbor Pinball Museum for another episode of, oh man, baseball games I should have never bought! Today we're talking about the 1935 Genco Electric Baseball. Now, this is a pretty cool game. Maybe the best pinball baseball of the 1930s. It has a light-up back box, as you can see. And what's really cool is it even shows when you got players on base. For example, if I put pressure on this right here, it lights up my first base. Same thing, put pressure on this little piece of metal there, and third also. Pretty cool. Registers the outs and also your runs on the back box. It also shows runs down here. You can see it's at 0 right now, but pretty cool. And the reason why I think they did this is if for some reason was originally a timer in this game, this little doodad, that after so many minutes it would power the game off. And if you had a long game or a game where you just couldn't get to the bartender in time to get your free games, which is really just code for payout from the bartender, he could look at this even if the game was powered off. This game was a bloody nightmare to get going, mostly because I was completely missing the back box. So I was able to get a back glass. Somebody makes a reissue of it. And then just from looking at pictures, I was able to come up with the dimensions and construction of the back box. And I will open this up and show you how I did this. Here's the back of the back box I made. You can see that they use screws going through the wood that originally had little copper plaids that intersected with those. I had to hardwire it, and I'll probably end up putting a connector in the middle of this harness. And then I had to make the insert panel. And on the insert panel, I 3D printed these light shields for each of the lighting units. That way you don't get bleed when the lights light up. It keeps everything self-contained. Now, I don't care about the general illumination. I obviously didn't put them there. But everywhere else, it was important to me to have these little light shields. Here's the underside of this wonderful baseball. There's only 2 coils. This is a reset coil, and this is the coil that advances the balls through the bases. Everything else is fully mechanical, including the score counter here. This is actually a stepper unit, but it's fully mechanical. As the ball comes through here, it hits these little wheels and spins it like this. That would be 3 spins, so I should throw 3 runs. And then when you pull the mechanism in here, it pulls this wheel in, and this thing springs back. It needs a little work yet, but this is like a real fine balancing act. There's just this tiny little spring right here, and if you make it too tight to make it spring back really well, then there isn't enough weight for the balls to come through and hit these little teeth to advance it. So you really got to balance it well and have this super clean. These are the out switches. So if I hold the one out here like that, you can see I got 1 out there. And then I hold the second out there. You can see I got 2 outs. Now when I hit the third out, the second and third out switches are in series. So then it's going to pull this guy in. So we go like this, and you'll watch this coil pull in. See how that pulls in? And that basically ends the game. And then this mechanism pulls up, lets the balls roll out, and this comes up. And the reason why that's important is because if there was any players on base, the balls roll through and through that hole, and they are queued up down here. Now there's another lever down here that's part of the reset mechanism that holds the balls so that until this is pulled in and this mechanism can come back, it'll release the balls to the player for the new game. The playfield up, we can see the transformer assembly. This is probably original to the game. It could have run on batteries, but the reason why I said it's probably original is because you can see right here it has a selenium rectifier. It's a center tap, so the center wire is the center tap, and then that's 6 volt and that's 6 volt, and then that delivers up to the playfield. I have disabled the selenium rectifier, and underneath I installed a silicone bridge rectifier. I do need to add a few fuses in here just in case something goes south. I'm going to talk about the gameplay a little bit. I touched on this before. These stainless steel metal pads here. On this game, that's the only original one. These two I had to remake. And what these are is they're 5 thousandths thick spring steel. And there is right on this pad, right where my finger is, there's a wire. And then over here, underneath this stainless steel pad right here is a brass tack with another wire. So right now you can see we have nobody on base. Well, we got a guy at home. But if I put the ball on here, the weight of the ball will push the metal stainless steel flap down against that secondary brad. And now we have a player on first. And that's how this works. It's really, really simple. Same thing for the second base, same type of thing. And then the same thing on third base. So again, these two were missing. So let's demonstrate the mechanics. Again, there is one coil that moves all the base advance mechanics. So when this coil pulls in, you can see all these arms, they move. So what they do is this one here stops a second ball, this mechanic here, and this one prevent 2 balls from being advanced. And then this mechanic here, and actually here, let the ball slide down and go past the gates. It's easier to show you. So right now you can see I have nobody on base. I put a ball on first. You can see the light go on there. Put a ball on second. And I have a light there. And then put a ball on third. And you can see I have my bases loaded. So now I'm going to run a ball past first, and you watch all the balls advance. And you can see this ball would go home to score us a run, and then all the players advance. Okay, so we'll do it one more time. You can see all the balls advance, and then this guy would go down here and would give me another run here, and also here too. So it's a pretty neat feature. We'll do it one more time just because it is kind of fun to watch. Pretty cool for a game that's nearly 100 years old. This is pretty revolutionary in that you have a back box with light scoring. That's the thing that's so much different about this game, is that back box. I mean, we talked about the Pamco Major League, which was very similar in mechanics and how it advanced the balls, but no back box. That's why this Genco is so much more revolutionary and is considered pretty much the top echelon of mechanical pinball baseballs in the 1930s. Let's try some actual gameplay. See how I do. Here we go. Go, 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 go. Yes. All right. I got a man on second. Lovely. Let's see if I can get you a little better than that. Go, go, go. Another. Oh, yeah. So I got a double. but I also brought a guy home so I get a run. Okay, see the run up there on the, I got a man on second and I got a run. Let's see if I can do any better. Yes. So I got another guy down through here, and I got another run, and I got a man on third. Let's see what happens now. Oh, double. So I got a man on second, got another run. Oh, and a man on first. So now I got a guy on first and third. Not bad. Actually doing pretty well. And we got an out. That's how that guy goes. In a home run. So you can see, as it passes through, when you get a home run, you have 1, 2, 3 base advances. So these things kick 3 times, and that's how you bring everybody home. Nobody on base. And we get a man on second. Not bad. And we get an out. So now we got 2 outs. And 3 outs. And you can see how it cleared my man. It lifts this gate up. Had a guy on second. This comes up and the balls roll through. So anybody you had on base would just fall right straight through and goes down and clears the bases. And now you have a game that is completed, and I got 6 runs. I hope you enjoyed our video on the Genco Electric Baseball game from 1935. And you can play this at the VFW Ann Arbor Pinball Museum. Come on by and check it out when we have our pinball shows, always in the spring, sometimes in the fall. And you can play baseball.